From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is headed to Italy this morning to join fellow Group of 7 leaders for their annual summit. The leaders of the 7 wealthy democratic nations are expected to discuss the Russia-Ukraine and Israel-Hamas wars, as well as the energy transition, artificial intelligence, and migration. Manitoba's environmental regulators have finally given the green light to the plan to search a Winnipeg area landfill for the remains of 2 slain Indigenous women.
Manitoba's NDP government has approved the plan to search the Prairie Green landfill, where the remains of Morgan Harris and Mercedes Myron are believed to be. Premier Wab Kinew says the plan still needs building permits and workers need to be trained, but the project is moving ahead.
You and your loved ones are valued, have dignity, and that you live in a province where we don't leave anyone behind.
Myron's grandmother, Donna Bartlett, says she's happy the search could start this summer.
I'm really happy. My girl's happy. Go get her home.
Jeremy Skibitsky has admitted to killing Harris, Myron, and 2 other Indigenous women, but his lawyers have told a murder trial he shouldn't be found criminally responsible due to mental illness. Lisa Laporte, The Canadian Press.
Calgary's water restrictions will continue until at least this weekend as crews work to repair that major water main break. Mayor Jyoti Gondek says city crews still need a couple more days to repair the pipe and then a few days to flush the entire water main before restrictions can be lifted. 30 years ago today, Nicole Brown Simpson and Ronald Goldman were murdered in Los Angeles. The case set up a chain of events that included the white Bronco chase and OJ Simpson's trial of the century. ABC's Alex Stone reports from Los Angeles now, 30 years later.
If Nicole Brown Simpson were alive today, she would have been 65 years old. Ron Goldman would be 55. It was a murder case the world watched.
If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
So many years after the murders, Nicole's sister's talking to our Diane Sawyer about what she would be like today.
Oh my gosh, what would she look like? Beautiful. I know.
She'd be fit.
Ron Goldman's family members are still fighting for money they never received from a civil judgment against OJ Simpson. Alex Stone, ABC News.
And Celine Dion says she's been battling her rare illness for 17 years. And at one point, she was taking nearly lethal doses of Valium to deal with the terrifying symptoms. The Canadian superstar opened up about her life-altering neurological disorder during her emotional sit-down interview with NBC's Hoda Kotb last night. Dion says she should have stopped performing earlier to figure out what was wrong. The 56-year-old singer says she was prescribed Valium to cope with her symptoms, but that she began taking progressively higher doses to get her through her shows. She built such a high tolerance for the drug, she was taking 90 milligrams a day, unaware it could have killed her. This is the Canadian Press. In sports, the Toronto Blue Jays racked up a win in Milwaukee, blanking the Brewers 3-0 Tuesday night. The Brewers left 10 men on base overall. The Seattle Mariners earned a 4-3 comeback win over the Chicago White Sox. And it was Shohei Ohtani, Freddie Freeman, Teoscar Hernandez, and Jason Hayward all homering in a 7-run 6th inning as the LA Dodgers routed the defending World Series champion Texas Rangers 15-2. As the Edmonton Oilers boarded their flight back to Alberta yesterday for Game 3 of the Stanley Cup Final, the Florida Panthers stayed home. They'll fly out of South Florida today for a 6+ hour flight to Edmonton. The series resumes Thursday night. The Panthers lead the best-of-7 series 2-0. And Natalie Spooner has been named Most Valuable Player of the inaugural Professional Women's Hockey League season. She led the league with 20 goals and added 7 assists as Toronto finished the season atop the standings. From the Canadian Press, I'm Karen Rebo.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.